Today I want to talk about cricket. I'm getting sick to death of Australian cricket. Leading into a back-to-back Ashes series and a tough tour against India, it's going to be tough. So far, all I'm seeing from the Australian selectors is player management, resting, rotation. What the hell is going on? I thought these sports scientists, as they're so called, were there to stop players getting injured, making sure that their workloads weren't too much. But let me name a couple of people. Ryan Harris, Patrick Cummins, James Patterson. What happened to them? They've all broken down after being rested and rotated to ensure that they don't get injured. Surely common sense has to prevail here. Bowlers need to bowl to find form to avoid injury. If they're not bowling enough in the nets and being told that after they bowl 20 balls in the nets they've had enough, and then suddenly they have to bowl 50 overs in a test match, of course they're going to break down. Their bodies aren't used to the load. What about the good old days when players used to bowl and bowl and bowl? That's what they're designed to do. That's what they're being paid the big dollars for. We all do our jobs. We all work overtime. We don't get told after doing 20 minutes of hard work going, oh, let's have a freaking rest and we can't back up the next day. We're at it again. It's not natural. Let the players play. Let them bowl. The Perth Test was a big example of this. Peter Settle, our best bowler, a true hardy Victorian, gives his all in Adelaide. Rested in the most important match of the season against South Africa in the third Test, when we need him most. Had he played that game, we may have been #1 Test ranking in the world. Not having him out there cost us the Test match, and for me, it just stinks that Cricket Australia let it happen. Enough about the bowling situation. Let's talk about the batsmen. First couple of one-days, we decided to rest Michael Clarke, David Warner, Matthew Wade, and bring in all these old-timers like Brad Haddin. Moses on Reeks suddenly going to go after 2 or 3 years. And we started tinkering with the team, and it was the so-called B team, which managed to do well against Sri Lanka in the first one-day. We came back a couple of games later with the A team. Michael Clarke, Matthew Wade, Davey Warner, all back in the side, ready to go. We should smash Sri Lanka, right? We got bowled out for 74. Mitchell Starc and Xavier Doherty put on 34 of those runs after Australia were 9 for 40. Look what happens to Australia when you rest players. Form is not something to be flirted with. Players need to play. Batsmen need to keep playing. You can't just hand out caps willy-nilly to other players. Yes, they get an opportunity, which is great, but you're risking the form of some of the greatest batsmen of them, like Michael Clarke. He made so many runs this year and has been batting so well, but suddenly he gets rested. And then look what happens. The whole team collapses. We need to keep form. We need to keep playing while you're there. It builds confidence. Being in and out of the side is only going to make things worse. I just hope as we head to India and then 10 Ashes series matches in a row in England and over here, that Cricket Australia gets it right and they pick the best 11 for the team. No one wants to see players getting a game just because they're being rotated and rested and we want to see if they're any good. The best 11 players should play. Brad Hodge, clear example of the past, feels aggrieved, and hopefully, it's been reported in the news, he might get a go because he's coming back to Shield cricket and he wants to have a go and get back in this team, and I wish him all the best because he could do half as bloody well as some of the guys that are getting a go now. That's my rant.